Hello Taurus, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 4 through 10, 2023. This is a reading for you if you are a Taurus sun, if you are a Taurus moon, Taurus rising, or some other significant Taurus placement is in your chart. This reading may be for you. So if your sun sign reading, if it's a different sun sign other than Taurus, it doesn't resonate, or if this reading doesn't resonate, you may want to check on your own moon sign, ascendant, or some other factor that may actually be more relevant to you, depending on what's going on in your horoscope right now. When I do these readings, I do them as an astrological spread, so it's the 12 houses of astrology. If you're not familiar with those, it runs Aries through Pisces, just as we have with the zodiac signs that you have. And each house is obviously represented by a different sign, and each sign has its own attributes that are associated with it, and we interpret the cards based on the attributes of the house. So you'll see how that goes if you're new. And if you are new here, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you do enjoy these readings, please consider subscribing and like this video and leave me a comment. If you are coming back, then welcome back. I'm glad to have you here again. And I hope that these readings are helpful and continue to be helpful. So let's begin at the beginning here for you, Taurus. Our first house here. And by the way, I always say this, I use the Way of Cartouche cards. This is my main deck that I use, and I clarify them with a tarot deck, and this week I'm using Tarot of the Spirit. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so first house. This is about your personality, how you present yourself to the world, what you want others to see about you. This is Aries energy, and it could also be things you're doing for yourself. Okay, so we have Anubis with the 8 of Fire. So yeah, you're full of energy these days. 8 of Fire is very intense, very quick moving. As you see, this is the lightning path here. This is you moving, you have a lot of intensity. You may have a lot of impatience. You may be in a hurry to get a lot of things done and maybe very energized to do so. You have this with Anubis, which indicates that you have a very clear idea of where it is that you're going. And it's telling you, if for some reason you've been experiencing self-doubt, Anubis here indicates to me that you are not delusional. So this is, so this indicates you can go along with your instinct here. Now we'll have to look at the rest of the reading to see how this lightning path energy is going to go. Honestly, I would ask you, Taurus, to get as much done as you can in the first half of the month, because after December 13th, we have a Mercury retrograde, and there's going to be a lot of frustrating delays about things. Certainly, if you're buying electronics or something like that is going on, do that in the first half of the month. If you have travel plans, allow extra time. And of course, if you're mailing things, definitely allow extra time. So yeah, there's this intensity here, and my with the voice in my head is saying, okay, you've got this intensity here, and it may be that, take advantage of it while it's here, because you're probably going to be asked to slow down. Okay. Second house, this is to do with finances. Okay. And this is your own house, Taurus. It's ruled by Venus, can also have to do with your values, your possessions. Okay, so you have the 5 of Water or the 5 of Cups with the Ankh. Okay. So Ankh could indicate that you're spending more money on luxuries or on things that you want these days. It can also indicate, this is actually a very good card for money situations. It can indicate a wish coming true or a resolution to a problem. I feel like Ankh is sort of a card of fulfillment. It's full of life and energy. And the 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups indicates a need to let something go. Like if money has been lost, or if there has been if there has been some situation that you are still grieving about finances or things you've been worried about, it's time to focus on what you have, not on what you don't have. It's time to turn away from that and look to the future. Whatever's done is done. You may be ending a job. You may be finishing up a particular situation that is financial. Maybe settling something, paying off some kind of a debt. But again, it's not. The 5 of Cups indicates there may be a regret or a feeling of loss. But it's time to turn around and face and look at don't look at the cups that are spilled, because this is as you can see here, my video is really slow in this app. that there's 3 cups that are spilled, but you also see the 2 cups over here that are still burgeoning. So this is what you want to focus on, not on this. Okay. Third house. This has to do with communication. This is Mercury, Gemini energy. So it's technology, communication, business. If you're in business for yourself, this is the card of if you're self-employed. Can have to do with siblings as well, if that applies. But here's what's interesting. You have the High Priestess with Nephthys. Okay? And this is a card of things that have not been revealed yet, as is the High Priestess. So these cards exactly mirror each other here. And what this says to me is that you are, there's something you're waiting for something to happen. It's either happening in business, it could be happening in, it could just be a message that you're waiting for. And again, take it as it resonates given the other aspects of this house. But whatever it is you're waiting for, it's just telling you something has not arrived yet. So there's a need to be patient, there's a need to wait. There may even be karmic reasons when Nephthys shows up why something hasn't happened yet or something hasn't occurred. So, so I wouldn't get myself too worried about a particular situation. I feel like there's going to be information coming in. It just hasn't done so yet. Okay, our 4th house, this has to do with the home, family. It has to do with our sense of security, sometimes with the mother. And you've got Earth with the 1 of Water or the Ace of Cups, okay? So, wow. So this is... Ace of Cups usually comes up in respect to love questions, but I feel like the Ace of Cups is just, again, this kind of powerful new emotional beginning. Seeing Ankh over here in your house, this is the house of Cancer and Cancer energy. Seeing it in your house, I don't know. I feel like there's something connected. Maybe there's a move of home, there's a new home, maybe you're making improvements to your home, or there could just be some kind of family situation. Or maybe you're just going to be feeling a lot more secure in yourself. This is almost like a new thing that brings joy and happiness. And Earth indicates this is about being settled. I mean, Earth brings money, but it also grounds us. It allows things to grow. So I feel like this is going to be a time where you feel safe, secure, and comfortable in your own home, in your own space, perhaps with your family. And that there's the chance for seeds of something new to be planted here. Whether this does have to do with love or whether it just has to do with your sense of feeling fulfilled with something, okay? Feeling emotionally fulfilled about something. Definitely seems to be coming in the home environment here. Okay, 5th house, this is Leo energy, and this is creativity, love affairs, children. Again, all those are not going to resonate with you, so take what does and leave the rest. But you have the twins with the Chariot. Okay, so the twins in this house, for some people, okay, again, take it as it resonates, this is a love affair, or this is love that's coming in with somebody. Chariot could indicate somebody could be connected to a trip or a journey. Chariot can also just be about could be a person who is Cancer, okay, who is a Cancer sign or has strong Cancer in their chart, and they're and again, it doesn't have to be, but that's a possibility with the Chariot. But I feel like again, there's this idea of something moving very quickly and intensely, and kind of knowing the way you are centrally Taurus, because I happen to be one myself. This 8 of Fire, this could be why your energy is so jazzed. I mean, there could be something coming up here that really inspires you and to take control of something. Now, if you're not looking for love, okay, this could have to do with a creative venture or a partnership related to that, where perhaps another person is going to be able to come in and help you move forward with something. Okay, take control of a situation and get something that's stuck unstuck. This can have to do with children. So if you are a parent and you have a child in this kind of a situation, that could potentially apply as well. 6th house, this is Virgo energy. This has to do with your health, with things you're maybe worried about, with a job situation. Okay, so we've got Thoth with the Resurrection card, which is Judgment. And yeah, I feel like you're making some decisions here. Some stuff has to stay, some stuff has to go. You may be coming to an awakening of something. With Thoth here in this house, sometimes it does have to do with something having to do with your health. Maybe if you've had a long-standing health problem, you're going to finally wake up to what's causing it. or you may have to make some decisions about, maybe you have to make a dietary change or something. I don't know. It's different for everybody, but there may be something that you've been doing that you need to stop doing, because this card, the Judgment card, does bring things to an end. If this does have to do with not with health, but with a worry or something else, there could be a worry about legal matters for somebody, because these are both cards having to do with the law. So, there may be some concerns, but generally when these cards show up in this way, if that is something that's worrying you, then, this more or less indicates that you're going to be okay. That whatever is happening there, I feel like there's going to be a justice of some kind coming. Well, this isn't particularly the justice card. This usually is. So that could be the case. And if neither of those things are the case, you may just be at a point where you're, it's time, basically. Both has a lot to do with time. It's time to make some decisions and to get rid of some things in order to alleviate some of your worries or concerns. Okay, 7th house, this has to do with relationships, okay, longer term relationships. This is more like love affairs. This would be more like a marriage or a business partnership or some kind of legal arrangement. Okay, now you have the 2 of Wind or 2 of Swords with winged disc. So there's a decision that needs to be made about a relationship, or maybe you or your partner. With you or your partner, maybe if you're married, the 2 of you have to make a decision together, or your business partner. There's definitely a sense that something is stuck here, and it is definitely decision time. Now, having it with the winged disc is very encouraging, because the winged disc seems to indicate whatever decision is made is going to lead to a positive outcome, becoming unstuck, and overcoming obstacles. So this is very good news. If some of you have been, say, in a love affair and are looking for marriage, I feel like that, maybe it's just things have been going on, or maybe they've been going on in a certain way, and you're like, oh, I don't know which way this is going to go. This seems to indicate somebody, either you or the other person is finally going to make a decision about something, and I feel like it's going to be a happy decision, because this is like the Sun card. It's definitely a very happy card, and if there are any difficulties, this indicates, hey, no worries, your difficulties are going to be overcome. 8th house, this has to do with Scorpio energy, so this is about transformation, and, changes, big changes, like, not little things, but huge changes, life and death type changes, potentially, but just, major changes is probably the better way to say it, and also potentially other people's money. Okay, so we have 4 of Earth with fire. Now, 4 of Earth comes up, or 4 of Pentacles, when we are feeling, usually this comes up when we're feeling financially strapped, or like, whatever little bit I have, or the little bit that I think that I have to hang on to. There's a fear of moving outside of this little structure. This is like you established a foundation, and you're reluctant to move past it, because you're fearful of what you might lose. But 4 of Pentacles, especially with fire, this suggests to me that, there's going to be a need for you to move past whatever it is you're doing right now, in terms of your security, potentially in terms of your money, or even other people's money. I mean, being this is that house. There's a need to take a risk with something, because with fire, there's this sense of being inspired. And it can be inspired, a new way of dealing with a financial issue. Fire can also just have to be with, getting rid of something, burning something up, so to speak, to resolve a problem. So, it's across from this card over here. So I don't know. There still needs to be a focus here financially on what it is you want. I feel like there's certain things from the past that you may need to let go of. That may be the thing that you need to let go of. You may have an old attitude towards money. You may be taking on, let's just say you're going into business for yourself, and now you're thinking, oh, but I really need a traditional job. This may be saying, give up those old ideas about, well, this is the only way I can be secure, okay? Because if you're worried about financial security, it's down here. You've got it, and there's some kind of a new beginning coming in here. So, there seems to be strong. This feels very strongly financial to me, and I feel like you're going to be inspired to do what it is that you need to do to make this change. 9th house. This is Sagittarius energy, and this is about long distance travel. It has to do with higher education, universities, colleges. Also religious institutions, traditional religion, philosophy. Okay, the 10 of Wands with Bast. Bast is coming up for a lot of people, so I feel like for some of you, this could be traveling for some social reason. I mean, which is not weird and unheard of at the holidays. But there could be a trip in which there is a lot of socializing or a lot of fun. It could be for an event. There could be music, dancing. Those are all possible, not necessary, but possible with Bast, because Bast is a happiness card. So it seems like there could be a trip that you're taking that's going to bring happiness. Or it could be have to do something with a course of study or something you do that also allows you to think about something more deeply. Fast is also about accessing your intuition. And with the Ten of Fire, this is the Ten of Wands. This cage, this is the idea that, maybe you may feel overwhelmed right now. So if you happen to be a university or college student, then that makes a lot of sense because it's end of semester and everybody has everything due now. So there's a need to prioritize what you're doing, to potentially drop burdens. So I think before you can have this fun and celebration here, you want to make sure that you have completed what you need to complete, and there's going to be a sense of being able to lay down your burdens here and just finally relax into some happiness. So that's very good for those of you who perhaps are feeling overwhelmed. 10th house is Capricorn energy, so this has to do with career, reputation, fame, things like that. Okay, so you have the Nine of Wind with Isis. Yeah, I feel like just seeing with some of these other things without money, some of you may be concerned about a job or a career situation. Nine of Wind is the card of worry. I mean, it's a card of not allowing our thoughts to kind of create this screen that they're showing here. Okay, it's where what we've seen is all these like little monsters here, and they're all really smoke and mirrors. This is really more about us worrying about things that haven't happened yet or information we don't have. If you're in your own business, I mean, seeing this down here indicates, hey, there's something that just has not happened for you yet. So you still need to wait. You have to be Isis, patience, wait and see. Strong feminine energy, nurturing energy with this card. For some people, this could have to do with a mother or mother figure helping. This could have to do with just a feminine figure. It doesn't have to do with either one. It can also carry the same energy as the High Priestess. They're both number 2 here. This High Priestess may just be saying like, hey, you need to be patient here, persevere, keep going on the path you're going on, but just wait and see and don't let your fears overwhelm you. 11th house, this is Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is about friendships, about our networks, social media networks, things like that. The 3rd house is about that as well. And also our goals and our aspirations. Okay, yeah, so we've got 5 of Fire with the Pyramid. We've got 2 5s here. 2 plus 3 is 5, and we've got a 5. 5s in tarot generally indicate change, and we do have another 5 here. Yeah, we've got the 5 of Cups over here, 5 of Water. And so, yeah, this is always at a point where we're struggling with change. And 5 of Fire may indicate that there could be people in our network who are muddying the waters or holding us back. There may be a lot of confusion. There may be some quarrels or disagreements about something. And with the Pyramid card, Pyramid always indicates this is a test situation, okay? And it's one that will be resolved with time. So I feel like what it's saying here is what's being tested in a certain sense is your faith in yourself, allowing the opinions and views of others, in your friends and networks to take it in without it overwhelming you, without it filling you with doubt. I think there's a lot of people who don't, maybe you're in a situation and people not being in your skin and experiencing what you're experiencing, maybe making judgments about something or telling you things based on these kinds of old scripts that we're seeing here as well that we need to actually let go of. So I feel like this is a case of, I see the Chariot directly opposite, so I definitely feel like there's a sense of taking charge. That said, I don't think it's necessarily that you're not going to have friends who are going to help you. Some of them may just be, some of the things they say may be testing you and maybe helping you think seriously about what your goals are and about where you're trying to go with things. So it could be a little bit of a testy situation here, but hang tight, you'll make it in the end. 12th house is Pisces energy, and this has to do with what's hidden and what we're afraid of usually. If the first house represents, which is Aries, is what people see, then this Pisces energy is generally what's in the imagination or what we're worried about or what people don't see. It's kind of an exiled part of ourselves, of our unconscious here. And you have Mother Water with Ta. Okay, 2 very opposite energies because, Ta is masculinity, and it also has to do with building something, setting boundaries, laying the foundations for something. And Mother Water is like the Queen of Cups, and this is very, very strongly emotional. It's about following intuition. It's about nurturing and caring for others. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of emotions that are being repressed here. Like Ta certainly sets those boundaries. There may be worries about the structures that we're building in our lives, whether or not they are actually going to develop into the kind of structure that we want. But again, in the House of Fears, I feel like the phrase "go with the flow" comes into my mind. You've got things. There still seems to be information here that you don't have yet. So I wouldn't. There's kind of a balancing act that's going on here, and I just think that you need to persevere and and follow your intuition. I think that's going to be the best way to overcome your fears. And overall, okay, we have the Sphinx with the Ten of Water, so this is awesome. I mean, Sphinx, again, has to do with things, it's literally the card of wait and see, because you are about to get fulfillment. With the Ten of Cups, sometimes this is connected to family stuff, but nonetheless, it's definitely this idea of, gaining your wish, gaining abundance, and gaining it more in a community setting or in a benefit to a community, not just about one individual. So, so this looks great. It's basically saying, wait and see, your wishes are coming in. So, nothing to worry about there. And lastly, I'm just going to quickly pull an essential oil oracle card. I actually just forgot to do this for Aries, so I'm going to have to write theirs in the comment. But let's see what we have here. Let's just get a little piece of advice for you quickly, Taurus. And the card we have is, the Marjoram card. You can see that, and I'll read it to you. The keyword is comfort. The trigger statement is people cannot be trusted. True statement is I trust my heart. Your big, beautiful heart is ready to open. Trust that you will be able to discern who is best to walk with you. So, wow. So I think, you are at a point where you are, wherever your doubts are, I feel like, and I also feel like, that's another element of this. I feel like help is on its way. You just, you just need to be patient, and you're going to see how your wishes are fulfilled. Thanks so much for watching this week's Taurus. I hope you have a great week, and we'll hopefully see you next week.